I know we can do more. I announce my candidacy for the presidency of the United States.
I knew it could be a problem. I knew that I had a lot of fundamentalist believers in my constituency and that they would maybe react poorly to this. And before I decided finally to run, I said to Chrissy, obviously your being a lesbian is going to be an issue in the campaign. If this is painful for you or you don't want me to do this because of that, I will not run. And she obviously said, no, it's okay, go ahead. And then a little later, we needed someone to help. I mean, I had too many places to go. And I said, Chrissy, I want you to do this, and I want you to be honest with your story.
I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this, you know? I was out to my friends, I was out to my family, and I was out at work. But that meant coming out on a national stage. So I remember telling my dad, I was like, I got to get back to you on this. And about a month later, I decided to take the plunge, and shortly after that, my article appeared in People magazine. That was it.
People loved her. Everywhere I went, people said, your daughter's fabulous.
Reception on the campaign trail was overwhelmingly positive. People loved the message that it sent in terms of, here's a father who embraces his daughter no matter what. Even straight people would come up to my dad and say, well, you know, I think it's wonderful about your daughter and the relationship that you have. And I think people were really inspired by it.
Soldier's video has gone viral, something he recorded shortly after Don't Ask, Don't Tell ended. It shows Randy Phillips, who was stationed in Germany, in a nerve-wracking moment as he calls his father back home to tell him some personal news.
Dad, I'm gay.
Okay.
Like, always have been. I've known since forever.
Phillips then asks his father a question.
Still love me?
I still love you, son. Yes, I still love you.
Be okay, Dad?
Doesn't change our relationship.
Phillips told his father he's the first family member to know. His video has now gotten more than 1 million hits on YouTube.
Rhodes Bros here. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Austin.
I think something that we both want to share and have wanted to share for a really long time is the fact that I'm gay.
And I'm gay too.
Moving forward from that, before this video is put out there, there's one more person that we have to tell. One more person that we need to come out to.
Yeah, we've come out to our entire family except for our dad.
So we decided that in this video we're gonna call him, and
Since he's back in Ohio, we can't really meet him face to face.
We're gonna let him know that we're gay.
Oh my god.
Hello?
Hey. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm painting.
You're painting? Basically, we wanted to call you because there's gonna be.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright. Basically, there's gonna be some stuff coming out on YouTube soon, and we just wanted to like call and talk to you about it before.
Yeah.
I'm gay, and Austin is too, and we just wanted to like call and tell you. Because
I just didn't want you to find out through YouTube and stuff, and I just wanted to be able to have that conversation because I feel like we're close enough, and I finally feel like I'm at that point now to be able to tell you, and I just want to be able to have you like behind us 100%. Like, I just don't want you to like not love us anymore or anything like that.
Stop it. You're open a lot different generation than me.
yeah.
You know? I just don't really know what to say. You know,
Right. Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it just, like, it doesn't change who we are as a people either. Like, I'm the exact same person, you know? Like, I just don't want to be able to not feel like I can't call you and talk to you or anything like that. Like, I just don't want you to, you know what I mean? Like, I still want everything to kind of just be normal. It's just, like, something that's
You
just...
are normal. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I love you both. Get a hold of me when you come in tomorrow.
Alright, I love you.
I love you both.
Alright,
I love you too.
I'll talk to you soon.
Alright.
Alright,
Bye. Alright, bye.
I think it's good that you ask me a lot of questions, and even if I don't answer them really, you just keep asking me, which is great because I want you to know the things that are going on in my life, but I'm not good at being proactive about telling you. I think you're a good dad. You were a good dad. You were always super supportive, and you came to all my shows, even when I went to college, like 3.5 hours away. Our relationship is based in friendship. We're like good friends, and I have to tell you stuff, and you remind me to call. You know what I mean?
That's called parental harassment, isn't it?
When I came out, I was in college. I was like home for summer, I think. And I just said, Dad, I'm dating someone, and it's a girl. We were at lunch or dinner or something.
Okay.
Eating French fries.
Eating French fries.
I didn't even really come out to you. I just told you I was dating a girl.
I always tell my friends when you told me, I was like, oh, so that's it. That's great. Pass the ketchup.
Your reaction initially was like, yeah, okay, neato.
You coming out to me was a relief. And I'm going to take a minute. It's there. So I might not get through this.
Uh-oh.
But you being gay was a joyous occasion for me because that lets you go on and live your life. Oh, great, I've got a gay daughter.
If a parent were to ask you if you had any advice because their kid had just come out to them, what would you tell them?
I've been approached several times, but you know, I like the one where the guy goes, I think my son's gay. And you know, but I'm like, well, what makes you think that? Well, he told me. And so I'm like, well, I think that's a good starting point. Let's start with that. I think your son is gay. You know, don't throw this away. I mean, you've got 18, 20, 22 years of vested in this relationship with your child, and just be careful about, you know, how you do it. Let it unfold. You don't have to accept it all at once or understand it. I don't know how you love your child on Tuesday and have that destroyed and potentially throw that away on Wednesday. I guess my advice is to move slowly through the process and let it unfold on its own, and just be there and support it the best you can.
Talk about that moment that you had to tell your father. I think it's such a powerful moment. Let's talk about that.
I realized my dad called me one day and said, Shell, what have I done? Are you mad at me? Is there something wrong? Why aren't we close?
Because when you're lying and living a lie, you push people away.
You detach.
You detach, yes.
So I had a show in his hometown of Missouri, and I rode my tour bus the whole night. I laid there in my bunk and thought, can I do it? I have to do it. You're gonna do it. Oh, you're gonna get up in the morning and you're gonna tell your dad. So I got to my hotel room, and I said, Dad, sit down. I have to tell you something. And he sat down and he said, you're okay. Are you okay? You're not okay. You have cancer. It's okay if you have cancer. We'll deal with it. And I fell apart, and I said, Dad, I don't have cancer. I have to tell you something I needed to tell you my whole life. I've been afraid, though, to tell you because I'm afraid you won't love me. And I'm afraid you'll be ashamed of me. And I said, I'm gay.
And Stan, you said?
I didn't say a word. I grabbed her and I put my arms around her. I told her it was all right. Be fine.
And up until that moment, what had you thought or perceived being gay to be?
Being raised in the Midwest, I'm 64 years old. We were taught with sinful hellfire and damnations. you know, that it was not allowed. I found out very quickly that was not true.
But when you realized that that this is how my daughter is now describing herself, what changed in you about what you felt being gay meant?
I knew her. I knew her heart. I knew her mind. I knew her soul. A good person. So with that being said, you hear a lot of times unconditional love. Well, in this old man's world, it's true. Unconditional. You know, until you're in that position, until you become that parent, it's pretty easy to say some of the more negative issues, but when you become that parent, then you have a gauge, and that is your child. And there's nothing, there's absolutely nothing we can't get through. And I'm very proud of Shelley.
That's fantastic. We'll be right back.
I have to admit, 5 years ago, I would never be standing here. I am a deacon in a Southern Baptist church. And I love Jesus. And I've had a lot to struggle with over the last few years. And over the last 5 years, I've had to realize that we Christians are real good about the sin thing, but not so good about the love thing. When Matthew came to his mother and me and told us he was gay, I did what I thought was expected of me. I told him he couldn't be in my life anymore. We kicked him out. And that was the hardest day of my life. As a Christian, I started asking the question, why do I treat gay people? Why do I think about gay people the way I have my whole life? I finally realized it had nothing to do with my religion. It had nothing to do with my belief in Jesus Christ. Folks, I was raised a bigot. If I can change, the world can change. There are a lot of people out there who maybe can bring themselves to find the courage that Matthew did. And they can have a better life too. I have to say, I think Matthew and I have a better relationship now than we've ever had. And he struggled with this for years and I didn't even know it. Get up here. I need a hug.